Chapter 12. The Bellows Protocol. The philosophy of the breath is already set. Now you learn to coach it. The chest breather signs. Raised shoulders, tight jaw, fast, breathless speech. Correction, one hand on chest, one on stomach. Breathe so only the lower hand moves. The overbreather signs. Dizziness, forced or jagged inhales, agitation. Correction, reduce effort by half. Lengthen the exhale past the inhale. Power is not found in the gasp, it's found in the hold. The collapsed bellows signs. Slumped posture, weak voice, shallow breath. Correction, pause the breathwork. Check the spine first. A simple square breath. 4 counts in, hold, out, hold. Steadies things before anything else is asked of them. Chapter 13. The Physics of the Receiver. The sovereign teacher understands that the gray city has no power of its own. It's static, noise without form, until a person becomes its receiver. The master's question: am I generating my own reality or leaving my receiver open to whatever's broadcasting? The law of the television. A screen full of static has no story until it's tuned to a channel. The gray city broadcasts fear, debt, and static as ambient noise. A person with their receptors wide open all day absorbs that broadcast and lives inside it without choosing to. The vulnerable window teach students to notice their own most reactive hours, often mid-morning, and to be deliberate about what they let in during them. Scrolling a phone or opening bad news first thing tends to set the tone for the rest of the day. The correction is simple. Protect one window a day from other people's noise and fill it instead with something steady. Quiet, water, breath, movement. Chapter 14. The Art of Observation. Up to now, the teacher has learned who to be, how to teach, how to demonstrate. Now, the teacher learns how to see. A student will often tell you a story to explain their state. The body usually tells you something alongside it, worth noticing gently rather than treating as more true than their words. 5 things worth noticing. The eyes, scattered and darting, or calm and present. The voice, rushed and over-explaining, or measured and comfortable with pauses. The breath, shallow and held, or slow and full. The walk, rushed and heavy, or smooth and easy. The posture, collapsed and closed, or open and relaxed. The sovereign teacher doesn't hunt for faults. The sovereign teacher looks for where the pressure is leaking and asks about it rather than assuming. Chapter 15. The Correction Protocol. You've learned to see the shape of a student's state. Now you respond to it. With structure, not with punishment or withdrawal. The master's question: am I managing the student's feelings or helping them correct their footing? 4 moments worth. Knowing how to meet one. When the student misses a practice, name it plainly and kindly. That one didn't happen. What got in the way? Then help them reset, without drama and without shame. 2. When the student pushes back, if they argue that the work feels too rigid, stay calm rather than defensive. You don't need to win the argument. A steady, unhurried question: where's the pressure coming from right now? Usually does more than a rebuttal. 3. When the student goes quiet and pulls away. This is the moment that matters most, and the one to get right. When pressure gets high and a student stops responding, do not simply wait at your own coordinate and assume they'll find their own way back. Reach out once, warmly, without pressure. A message that says the door is open, not that they've failed. Then respect whatever answer or silence comes back. You are not chasing them, and you are not abandoning them either. Genuine steadiness includes letting someone know they haven't been forgotten. 4. When the student succeeds, acknowledge it plainly and warmly. The stone is set. Well done. Here's what's next. A teacher's calm doesn't mean withholding warmth when it's earned. Chapter 16. The 24-hour audit, creating the environment. When a student's real life makes a practice genuinely difficult, young children, shift work, illness, the answer is not to lower the standard until it means nothing, and not to enforce it rigidly until they break. The answer is to look at the environment, not just the willpower. The master's question: is the student failing because they lack discipline or because no space exists yet for the discipline to live in? 3 places to look. The now. If the ideal time won't work, find the 30 quiet minutes that will, even if it's not the correct hour. The density. Look at what's cluttering the day: screens late at night, heavy food, noise, before assuming the problem is motivation. The horizon. Some practices simply have to wait for a different season of life. That's not failure. Hold the intention and return to it when the season changes. Chapter 17. The anatomy of the observer, the 13th chime. The gray city survives by convincing people they are small. A single label, a single job title, one drop in an uncontrollable ocean. The sovereign teacher offers a student a different frame, that they have far more say over their own experience of the world than the gray city lets on. That their attention shapes what they notice, what they dwell on, and what grows in their life as a result. The internal zodiac, where the gray city slices identity into fragments. I'm just an Aries. I can't help it. The architect reminds the student that they are not a fragment. They are the whole board, holding every part of themselves at once, rather than hiding behind one label as an excuse. The quantum lens. A student's attention is genuinely powerful. What they keep looking at tends to grow, and what they stop feeding tends to lose its grip. This is a real and useful law of attention, not a claim that other people are not real, or that nothing exists beyond what one person notices. Teach the power of attention. Do not teach isolation. When you lock in on your own steadiness and choose what deserves your attention, you stop living at the mercy of whatever the gray city is broadcasting that day.